Well, good afternoon. We remain in a blizzard warning in the valley here, and that is until 3 o'clock this afternoon, though there's been some talk about making some changes here. So if that happens during the show, we'll give you an update on that. If we see that blizzard warning taken down in some spots, we'll see that replaced by a winter weather advisory. All in all, we're looking at headlines because of the issues with wind and some low visibility here in the valley. Here's a look at some of the strongest wind gusts we have seen so far with this system. And the top gust, the peak gust, was in Minot at 74 miles per hour, hurricane strength. Camp Grafton up along Devil's Lake in our viewing area, 70-mile-per-hour wind gusts there. That was between about 2 and 3 a.m. this morning. Some areas where we got into the 60s, Edmonds in Stutsman County, Medina too, into the mid to upper 60s. Rolla, Carrington, 66 miles per hour. Cooperstown, 63. So you can tell this is in our eastern viewing area where we saw some of our strongest gusts. But Fargo, a 55-mile-per-hour gust, and Grand Forks checked in at 51. That's enough to cause some issues, and we're still dealing with that around the valley. This is our view in Thief River Falls. You can see that we've got better visibility in the distance. That's good to see. Still getting some drifting across the roadway there. And looking at our visibility reports, we're at 1 mile in Thief River Falls. We're looking at Northern Valley, seeing some of our lowest visibility right along the border area. Langdon is at 0. But Mahnomen is at a quarter-mile visibility, half mile rather in Park Rapids, a quarter mile in Wahpeton for your visibility there. So it's varying throughout the valley, and especially out in open country, you're going to run into some issues with that blowing snow. Better in town. Here's a look at those winds. These are unpleasant regardless of whether you've got blowing snow or not. We've got steady winds in the 20s and some 30s, and so that's strong enough. And then we're seeing some gusts that are even higher, some gusts into the 40s in Langdon, a 44-mile-per-hour gust, and in Thief River Falls, a 40-mile-per-hour gust. In the Southern Valley, we've seen some winds still gusting into the upper 40s as well here. So taking a look at your radar and satellite map, this is our visible satellite view. You can see that a lot of places have either seen clouds thin out or we've got some clearer skies. Still getting some of that snow showing up on the radar over Grand Forks. We're also dealing with blowing snow and conditions that are going to be tough here through the rest of the afternoon. So while we're dealing with our blizzard conditions, they're gearing up for some winter weather, some ice, an ice storm, a winter storm for parts of Oklahoma, and then back up through other parts of the Midwest. That's going to have some big impacts on them here heading into the next couple of days. So we'll be watching out for that too for our neighbors to the south and east. For us, it's the wind. Once again, another round of it that's been impacting us, and this continues as we make our way into the afternoon. Could have some of these streamers where snow gets lofted, and we're looking at what may look like a cloud, but it's actually snow getting lofted and blown through that we could experience in some areas here today. And this is around 6 o'clock this evening. You can see that we're watching those temperatures slide through the day, and we'll be close to 0 at that point. This is also when we'll start to see that wind come down from that 30-plus-mile-per-hour gust. And overnight, we watch these temperatures drop. The wind does too, at least, but we're looking at some numbers tomorrow morning into the teens below 0 and much lighter winds to start the day. But again, this is our wind gust planner here. We've got those winds out of the northwest continuing into the afternoon to be gusting in these 30s and 40s. Again, it's not until later today. This is 4:30, still getting some gusts into the 30s that we see those winds start to come down. So this is around 10 o'clock. Finally, more into the 20s. Still breezy, still seeing some areas of light drifting and just unpleasant conditions when we factor that into our wind chills. So an unpleasant afternoon again with this system continuing to influence our weather. We will have colder, much colder air moving in behind it. Some of our coldest temperatures of the season possible Thursday morning. We have a first alert weather day to give you a heads up about that.
Yeah, stay on the Valley News Live weather app.
Yes.
And make sure that you watch our evening shows as well, because every evening we've got another round of weather, talk about what's coming the next day. Like yesterday we talked about, today we might have closings, and look at that.
Sure enough, we ended up with a lot of them. So yeah, you know, it's been one of those seasons where if it's not the wind and snow, it's the cold, and the cold is coming.
Yay for 2022.
Yeah, here we go.
If your resolution was to be warm, I'm sorry. That's not.
You're going to have to start traveling south.
Yeah. All right. Thanks so much.